G'day everybody, and sorry about my last thing. It's just complete chaos. For the last 2 hours, I've been dealing with some shitty tech issues. Just give me a moment. I'll try and get this sorted. Come on, just go over to what I need you to go over to. Thank you. And well. Man, oh man, for the last 2 hours I've had an absolute hell ride with Facebook. And while trying to sort that out, then I only had a few minutes to get the feed ready, and I thought I had it ready, and it was all up to up to poo. And anyway, at least I'm laughing about it. I'll tell you what, this smile is a little bit fake right now because I was absolutely screaming mad about what was happening with Facebook. I couldn't post on Facebook onto Lawnporn. It was really weird, but something about some authentication process that has done it. Anyway, getting to the point. Welcome to Lawnporn Live, a live stream about lawns and how to get a good one. Sorry about all that. I'll get the chat up and make sure that everybody can hear me and see me. And of course, I'm having all sorts of trouble with this. See, a little bit like that tonight. And look, I hope I haven't. Oops, no, you can't see that. Sorry, I'm all over the place tonight. I'm just really sorry about that. Anyway, got some people that are saying hi, so I might just go over to the pop-up chat. Oh wow, just wow is all I can say. SA Beach Fisher, hi Matty, how you going? Jacko Soy, hey Big Daddy. Hi Tony, hi David, hi Jason, hi Amanda. I'm all good now, which is good. I will try and change my mood right now because it's I was steaming just before. And look, sorry that I'm late. I hate being late. Look, it's winter tomorrow, and what can I say? It's it's not our most favourite time of year. Just give me a sec. I'm just going to go back to... Oh, man, I'm having a day. I'm totally having a day. I'll just go back to here, and that way you can see me a little bit better. It's not the most exciting time for warm season lawns. That's for sure. But look, it is what it is. It's part of the natural cycle of the seasons. You got to have a winter, and look, some people just tend to ignore their lawn in winter. They have it in a real good condition right at the end of autumn, and then they just don't worry about it, don't stress about it, and that's a good way of looking at it for some. But I would suggest just little bit by little bit with your fertilization, just to keep things going, keep it healthy. And look, winter is about fighting all the bad guys. Obviously, the weeds that come up. You want to get on top of those fairly quickly, and do your winter bug treatments and everything. Look, granted. Winter time isn't exciting for warm season grasses because they go into dormancy, and winter time can get a little bit depressing, I suppose, and it's a bit like that. Yesterday I released the Lawnporn program. It's on our website now. If you just go to lawnpornonline.com, you can get that. And look, basically in a nutshell, it changes from launch 1 week to charger the next. Launch is at very good conditioning, very balanced fertilizer, gives you a nice colour, good condition, and it's got kelp and the phosphorus for the root system. And then the next week, a light dose of charger to promote some growth of the leaf and get that iron in there for a bit of protection and a bit of colour. Now, having said that, your fertilisation over the winter isn't going to produce amazing changes because obviously your lawn isn't growing that much. Then, you can take advantage that, you don't have to mow it. Taking your equipment down, doing a service on it, sharpening your blades, things like that. Things like watering, well, if it's get a bit of rain in the winter, you just might not bother for months. But sort of keep an eye on it because you don't want it going dry. I water anything from 7 to 10 days once in the morning deeply, and that's it. And sometimes I might even extend that if I'm looking at the forecast and I know I've got some rain coming, which really doesn't happen in my part of the world that much. Now, now I've lost all the things that I was written down in my other feed that I had to just get rid of. I just couldn't get it to work. I hope you didn't hear me swear or anything like that. But look, it's I was interviewed recently by a lass by the name of Jessica Muddett, and she was writing a piece for the Australian Geographic magazine, and it was about lawns. It was about the different perspective of lawns, and of course, Australian Geographic. There's a lot of people that are interested. It's a publication that's interested in environmental issues. So I got a little bit of the lawn. The usual things. You're growing lawn. You're not growing food. It sucks so much water down. You're mowing it and polluting the atmosphere. Blah blah blah. So there was a few perspectives on that, and so I thought, oh look, am I getting railroaded here? But no, Jessica was lovely, and she presented about 4 different points of view and some interesting research and stuff like that. If you go to Australian Geographic, type it in Google, you'll find it, and it's an article called Turf Wars. You can also buy the magazine in the newsagents if you want to do it old style. Now, my perspective was and has always been warm season lawns for Australia. I don't muck around with the cool season lawns simply because of my area. And look, I can handle it looking a little bit drab for a few weeks or a month while it's in dormancy. So I don't need all the people already putting numbers down for prizes. Yeah, look, we'll get to prizes tonight, and but it's not going to be numbers. It's going to be trivia. So, you might need to put your trivia answers up. But looks like Nathan, Aussie, the boys and Jacko saw we're having fun there. So, it was nice to get my point of view down. And so that article got released, and it created a bit of a buzz. And I've been interviewed by about 5 or 6 radio stations, all ABC ones, bar one. And just asking me about the whole Lawnporn phenomenon, and my perspective of, people that have a different perspective about lawns, people who like to grow native vegetation, for example, people who want to, put down synthetic turf, and, so in some of the interviews, we all got a bit of a say, and I think I did really well. I got into a little bit of trouble with one of them because they said, no, strictly don't talk about your fertilizer and all that. I'm like, yeah, no worries. They said you can mention that you do a fertilizer, but that's all you can say. I'm like, yeah, all right. And so I sort of did that. I said, we released the fertilizers, and they did very well, better than what I expected. And then after that, and it was a Perth radio station, and I just said, I waffled on about Mowmaster a bit. I said, there's this cylinder mower place, people that make them in Perth still, and talked about that a bit, and they go, you're not supposed to mention that, and I'm like, okay, sorry, but no, it was all good, and I didn't yabber on about it too long, and it was it's generated quite a lot of buzz, and but me, myself, and I'm really into warm season lawns. Lawns that you buy from a turf farm, and that's not because I'm sponsored by any turf farms or anything like that, but you get a lawn which, if it's Cooch Kikuyu, Buffalo Zoysia, that will self-repair. If it's looked after well, you don't need to do a heck of a lot of maintenance to it. It won't take a heck of a lot of water if you manage your soil properly. And look, just in the wintertime, bear with it and just ride it out, and it'll come good spring again. You've got to realise that if it's looking a little bit brown, a little bit dead, it's not dead. It's there's nothing wrong. You don't need to chuck more water on it. It is simply a case of at the winter time, it's not growing. There could be a little bit of frost damage sort of thing. And look, you can avoid a little bit of your frost damage by doing a little 5-minute water in the morning. That's not here nor there, just to melt the ice a bit. That certainly helps. But yeah, you don't have to pump it full of water at this time of year because it's looking a bit brown. And using rye, and it has its place in some cooler climates, but the thing is about rye, oversowing with rye, and I'm not against it as such, but it's not for me personally, is because it takes so much water, it uses much more fertilizers, it can be quite open and sort of, you got your weeds coming up while it's germinating. You can't really, unless you do the hand pull, treat for those weeds. And then, when it comes to summertime again, then you sort of got to get rid of it. And then you got to put more stuff on it to get rid of it. And, it just seems like, and of course, the extra water and maintenance, and, you're still constantly mowing. Yeah, sure, it's going to look much better than, a cooch by itself in the wintertime. But, I don't really need it looking that fantastic the whole year round, and I can just accept it. And look, where I am, it's a little bit warmer. Obviously, I'm a Port Augusta. It's quite an arid climate. It's a case of that, it looks a bit drab for 2-3 weeks was when it really drops off at the end of winter around here for me. And but then, it's time to renovate again, and then you get stuck into it. There is the Instagreen option, obviously. And Instagreen's a very specialised product, and you might note that I didn't put it in the program this year, simply because my idea is like go for condition and just fertilise little bit by little bit. The benefit of fertilising in the winter, and it might not be apparent when you fertilise, you don't see much of a colour change or a condition change because it's in dormancy, but the real benefit is when you hit the springtime, because your spring reno is just going to come along a lot stronger. Everything's going to cruise along a lot better. Well, I've yabbered enough. I better get into questions and answers, because I've just been yabbering and ignoring you guys. Well, not ignoring you. And what have I got? 9 viewers. I think that's wrong. I think there's more than that now. But yeah, all right. Let's have a look. Right, let's see. So if you've got a question, pop it up. Currently pursuing the organics over winter to build the soil profile. Yeah, that is, I think that's important too. Matty Bigsy and or Bigsy Matty. It's something that I do is just the go-go juice once a month. Seems to liven up the soil a bit, and I don't notice a big difference, obviously, but the soil around my area is just like, oh yeah, people are saying 56, 58 viewers. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't know why. I'm not going to try and tackle it right now because I've had enough problems tonight. Thank you, Facebook. What was I saying? The bit of organics definitely helps in my area, because my soil is just, it's just pulverized. It's terrible. So, and it's something that, when you put it down, you don't notice much of a change. You put it down again, you don't notice much of a change. Then you put it down again, you might notice a change. And It's one of those things that doesn't happen instantly. And I'm going to be building up my soil profile during the spring. I'm still very unlevel. I'm still very low in a lot of areas. I've got a lot of work to do. All right. My lawn has taken a smashing from the amount of rain. Any tips? Yeah. Look, if it's raining constantly on your lawn, there's not much you can do about, obviously, the rain. Definitely a bit of aerating for sure will help it along. And if you feel that it's not taking the water in at all, you could quickly get a moisten app in before the next rain. But I might be thinking that you're from WA. You really got to keep a lookout for your funguses and don't panic about it. You can get away mostly with waiting for that rain to stop, obviously, and it will stop eventually, hopefully anyway. And improving the drainage, improving the airflow around there just by a bit of aerating. You might need to take out some material and try not to use a mower which can reinfect areas and stuff like that. Do all that first, and then a bit of fertilization. Root builder is just fantastic to get down. It will help definitely the plant root repair and against disease before you start looking at your fungicides and everything like that. So Philip Paul, hi Matt, I'm following your program for the past 6 weeks, been good. My grass is buffalo. Do I use the same program roughly? Thanks, Phil. Yeah, that's a good question. Buffalo really soaks it up beautifully. I've always noticed that. And yes, you use the same program. When you become, and remember the program is just a bit of a guide. It's what I'm doing to my lawn is what it is, and it's changed a little bit from year to year as I've become a little bit more experienced in the products. When you become experienced and you see that launch is something that you use for repairs and renovations, and just when you want a bit better condition in your lawn, you'll start noticing the changes. If the colour you're happy with it, stick with that. But then you go to Greenlight and Charger, and Charger's just really it's just an amazing product, and you put it down and you'll notice the changes there, and you can experiment a little bit with what you want. And if your condition is just top class and you think everything's Mickey Mouse, and you look at my program and you see that a launch app's coming up, you can choose to do that, or you can just go, I want more colour and put a green light down or something like that instead. So people do mix it up. So don't think it's if you don't do that at that time and that date, and wacko, and if you miss one or something like that, that it's complete disaster, because it isn't. So just have fun with it, and following the program, you'll sort of notice the change and the difference, and you'll become experienced and put down what you want to do. Always check out Lawnporn Chat as well. That's a group. Join that. Post your results up. Ask some questions, and that's always good fun. Is it worth doing anything about worm castings? Got plenty of them right now. Worms will come to the surface because of the moisture, and causes a bit of havoc, obviously, with the worm castings. Worms are good. Don't stress about it. It's not always going to be wet. Poor old Sam Zolo, he hates every day he comes out and he just looks at his lawn and he sees worm castings and he just hates it. But I never let it bother me ever. And I can get a lot of worm castings, and I just knock them over and sweep them in and carry on with my day. It's not much of they're doing aerating. They're doing good for your soil. Okay, implied embargo about it. This is James Watt. Implied applied embargo about a week ago, what would it be? When would it be okay to apply granular or liquid ferts, and which one should I use first? Cheers, West Sydney. When you put the embargo down, you're watering it in. Embargo is watered into the soil profile. Once the lawn is dry, you can put down your liquid ferts, or you can put down granular. Granular is probably a neat little choice because it's the Four Seasons granular anyway will provide up to 16 weeks of feed, especially this time of year. It lasts a bit longer. So if you can't pay the attention to the fertilising like you'd like to, you can throw the Four Seasons down and that'll work well for you. And then, if you want to look at liquid ferts, going into your liquid ferts, I would use Launch Plus mixed with Root Builder for that little bit extra kelp to, condition the plant. So it's always a good little starter. If you're limited to one foliar fertilizer and it's very concentrated, it only needs 50 to 100 mils per 100 square meters, Launch Plus is your man. If you can't get the others, it'll give you a nice color. It's a good product, and cool. All right. Yeah, giveaway. We'll be doing a giveaway soon. How long have I been yabbering for? Probably about 20 minutes because I was about 5 minutes late, wasn't it? All right. Philip Paul, thanks, Matt. Okay. Right. All right. Trivia questions. Let's go. Well, how many bottles of Charger do we want to give away tonight? Everybody's going to put down some big numbers. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. All right. I did have some trivia questions up here. All right. Well, we'll do the first one for now. The rules is that it's the first one that I see with the correct answer. I'll name it. It's, I don't want people coming back at me saying I was the first one. My feed is a little bit different to your feed. That's something I have worked out with this thing. So we've got a trivia question to do, and of course I'm using the wrong mouse. I'm using the other computer here. Okay. All right. So this answer is going to be a number. As such, there's 46,000 bottles of Launch. Hey, Nathan Aussie. All right. Well, we'll just go with one first off. How about we draw 3 bottles of Charger? And look, if I'd say 3 bottles of Charger, one for each prize. After, if you become the winner, and I say that you're the winner, email me at matthew@lawnpornonline.com. And if you don't want a bottle of Charger, you'd prefer a bottle of History or something else, look, I can do that. Just mention it in the email with your name, physical address. We don't do PO boxes, can't do them, and a telephone number, just in case the courier has any problems. All right, so this will be a number one, and it's a trivia question. So it's the first one I see. All right, here's the question. Ready? In a game of bingo, which number is represented by the phrase 2 little ducks? That is a trivia question, believe it or not. This is for a bottle of Charger or whatever you like. In a game of bingo, which number is represented by the phrase 2 little ducks? Daryl's having a bit of a shot, different numbers. Not too many bingo heads here. Hey, Stuart Symes, 22. Stuart Symes, that's the correct answer. And Matty Biggs had a right answer there too. Stuart Symes, 22 is the first one that I saw. A bottle of Charger is yours, mate, or if you want to swap it for something different, let me know. Go to matt@lawnpornonline.com and name, email, address, physical address, and if if you want something different, let me know. We can sort that out. All right. Okay, second one, and this got me. This got me when I read it. I didn't get it at all, so I'm sure you guys are probably a bit smarter than me on this one. Okay, next trivia question. What word can go before the word decision, the word personality, and the word second? What word can go before decision, personality, and second? Hello. That's a good one. Good one. Steve Nikolovsky, when I said good one, you actually popped good one up there. That's cool. Oh, this one might be. So what word, it's one word, can go before decision, personality, and second? I didn't get big decision, big personality, big second. It's close. Split, that's the answer. Adam McAuliffe, you've got it. Split personality, split decision, and split second. There's a few people who've got it. Poor old Matty Biggs, he's come second again, like for the second time. I like some of these answers. David Shaw, no personality, no decision, no second. That's good. Good. Moist decision. Oh, that's good. Now, just email me, Matt at lawnpornonline.com.au to claim your prize. If you don't want a bottle of charger, you want something different, let me know. We can fix that. All right. Let's have a look. Avoid that one. So I'm looking at a list of questions of trivia here. You might have the you might have the same set as what I do. Well, here's a good one. This is a difficult one. Who was the US president during World War One? Who was the US president during World War One? It's digging back into the archives. Yeah, good job, Adam. Yep. Adam with the split answer. Glitch. All right. This is for a bottle of charger, or... Of course, I'm not receiving enough video to... Oh, here we go. Bit of a glitch. Third prize is a MoMaster. That's a good... That's good. I like that. I'll pay that. Oh, there's a message held for review. All right. For those who are playing trivia, who was the US president during World War One? Boogie time. Boogie boogie. Hey, Brady Watson's got the right answer. It's Woodrow Wilson. And look, before I read that, I didn't know that at all. Hey, thanks for jumping onto Lawnporn Online tonight. Now, just to let you know, I've been away quite a lot. And I got back last week. Cut a long story short, I had to go into a bit of isolation. That was cut short because I became negative for COVID-19, thank goodness. And from that point there, and just let me change over. Nathan Aussie Hitler, Roosevelt, all sorts. Just give me a second. I'm just going to change the screens if I can. Get back here. And I'll go back to centre. Hey, thanks for joining in tonight, Lawnporn Live. Now, like I was saying just before, I have been away quite a lot. That has now ended, and look, I came back last week, and the way my days off in a fortnight sort of worked out means I've been working every day since I got back. So, except yesterday, I took a day off. I had one up my sleeve. So I popped that because, I just wanted to reconnect with family and everything like that. So, and look, the weather was really crappy. I was planning on doing a quick little vid out there and making a little lawn porn vid and getting that on the YouTube page. But look, it just didn't happen, and I just needed a bit of time with the family, reconnect with them. Because the days off that I did have, I was in isolation. The family wasn't here, so it was a bit dull and depressing for me. I've got to say, but look, after I'm working right through till Friday. Once Friday's done, I've got next weekend off, and I'll be able to do a little bit more. So sorry I've been a little bit quiet. The internet where I was pretty crappy, and I couldn't really do a professional show like I sort of wanted to. Not that this is very professional, but you know what I mean. I'm just trying to make it half decent and half reasonable with the sound, the vision, and everything else. Look, I can tell you the plans with my lawn is that I'm still going to do the series of it, fixing a terrible lawn, and I'll add to that series. The next thing I'm looking at is, because it's winter, look, and I can tell you the condition of it. It's looking quite good. I've got a little bit of weeds coming through, and I've been doing some hand weeding because there's only a few of them. But generally now it's mostly grass. It's not really going to do much. And I've been putting little charger and little launch apps when I can. It's been a rush process because, I come home from work and I just slam straight into it, and it's dark by the time I finish. So it's not very visually entertaining or anything like that. But it's ticking along, and the plan is with it that I'm going to be installing some irrigation. So the next few videos will probably be like the plans I've got, the issues that I've got with that lawn, and some of the gardens and everything else, and what my plans are, how I'm going to make my plans. I'm going to take my plans down to Reese Irrigation, and they're going to be helping me out there, and just see, what I'm going to sort of do next, and that will really show off again some an irrigation install, and just the thinking behind it, and how I'm approaching it, and just presenting that in the best way that I can for you guys. And look, I'm taking out a garden bed as well, and I'm going to discuss my thinking about that, simply because it looks pretty ugly, and I think I could do a lot better just with having the lawn. If you know the house, the corner of the house there, having it just lawn, nice crisp line edge of lawn there is just my thing. I have thought about keeping it and changing it to a Maria hedge around that corner, but I don't know. I just think it'll just look neater and a lot better with just lawn right up to the edge of the house there. So yeah, so that's where the direction of that is headed. My friend Stace, we're going to be doing their irrigation as well. They're only just around the corner from me, and might be hooking in another mate, a workmate. He's got a little patch, and his will be quite easy. So thinking about doing as much filming as I can of that, and sharing of that, and everything else. But anyway, thanks for joining in tonight, and look, I hope you have a good week, and I hope you had an excellent weekend. I'm really looking forward to next weekend because I don't have to work, and that will be suit me to a T. Do some family time, do some lawn porn. It's all coming together, and other news, going to be in another country soon. I'll advise about that soon enough, and also going to have the new website up and running soon, I reckon, and I'm just in that nitty gritty stage of it, and just tightening it up and making it flow a little bit better for the phone, especially. That's really about all I've got, and I hope you have a good week at work this week, and I hope just everything is good all round. So now I am yabbering because I've said good about 50 times in the last 2 minutes. So get your lawn on, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for catching up, and next Sunday 8 p.m. I'll be doing